Hey there, once again. I just wanted to show you something real quick because I'm seeing all kinds of stuff here that y'all need to see. This is Fidelity's order page where their customers, or people who use Fidelity anyways, have made orders throughout the day. And it shows you the top 30. It shows you the number of buys, the number of sales, and then the ratio that you see there. The only thing I really look at this thing, though, is to kind of see, one, what kind of interest people have in the names for that day. And you can kind of find some opportunities sometimes. So if you take a look down through here, you might say, hey, I've been watching Tesla, so I want to get in Tesla. I do not want to get in Tesla, by the way. It is way too expensive for me. Or say Snapchat, again, not for me. But you can kind of get some ideas of what you may want to be buying or selling. I see up here that NVIDIA, that's one that's kind of really done well with all the Bitcoin and cryptos and stuff like that. And we can take a look at it real fast, just to kind of see what's going on in that world of crypto. I don't really understand it that well. I do have some, but I'm just not deeply knowledgeable. I see over here on my options thing that we have a lot of interest coming in. Already more than two and a half times the daily average. Some trades, we're up 6.5% right now almost. We'll see. I don't see anything major right there necessarily, but I do see a lot of people buying calls and puts and paying up for them. I kind of want to think that this one might turn higher, and I'm going to kind of break down in here to a shorter time frame, just kind of see if we've got a trade set up for next week, which it kind of looks like we do now. Okay, so as I said earlier, you can always kind of watch the volume here to kind of see what's going on, and you can kind of see that we were starting to pick up a little bit, and we have a lot of buyers, a lot of green bars, so we're moving back higher. And we also had the moving average crossover, which occurred right here, and we were waiting to take out the swing high up here before we really do anything. But at that point, we might be that's $10 away, so we might want to try to look a little bit shorter term to see if we can get a better option or a better entry into this name. And just real fast, I'm gonna pull up the 5-day, 5-minute, and see what that looks like. Yeah, okay, and let me look at the 10-15. That'd probably be the best, because I'm looking for something for next week to see what's going on with, just try to get a trade set up. I like to make a trade pretty much every day, and I usually make about 10 or 15 a day. So I've only done a few today, I think probably about 4 or 5. Mostly closing positions, because I had some weekly options that expired, and I want to go ahead and get rid of those so I don't want to get assigned or get them exercised. And stand by. Okay, alright. I did go in and buy some. This is just kind of a not a gamble. I mean, it's kind of an educated bet, but it's also one of those that's in the money now. I bought the VXX, which is the a volatility futures ETN. And remember earlier I talked about XIV, which tanked and cost a lot of people a lot of money. We went from 99, $100 down to 10 overnight. This one bet against. This one shorted volatility futures, where VXX buys them or gets long them. So right around here today, I bought a $50 put for next week, just to see if it would work out for me. And right now, it's already moving in my favor. I paid about, I think, $3.90 for that $50 put. It is still pretty much in the same area. But anyways, I think it will work out next week, because I think volatility is going to collapse in a lot of this, what seems to be a bounce here towards the end of the day. Yep, looks that. So 10-day, 15-minute chart, you just got a buy signal on the S&P with the moving averages crossing over, as well as, there's the moving average crossover, as well as we took out, it looks like here. Oh, it's kind of hard to see the swing there, but right there was the swing high, and we took it out, and we pulled it back. And it looks like we're going to take that next one out and move on higher throughout today as well. I kind of want to go ahead and put on a bet for next, or a bet. It's not really a betting, guys. This is kind of educated, educated betting. How about that? I'm going to pull up the options market here, and you can walk through a trade with me. All right. As I said a little bit earlier, the options market is implying that people are getting. Ooh, let's see where we're at here. So let's go to the SPYs, because that's what I use. Yeah, so look at there. We're at 5.5 million contracts there already, or 5.2 versus 3.1 average. We got some cost sellers. Okay, anyways. I kind of like this one though, so I'm going to start looking at putting on a trade, and I'll bring up the options page here so you can kind of see what that looks like as well. I'm going to bring it across here. Okay. This is the option page here for the SPY. What you're looking at is these are options expiring February the 16th, March the 16th, April the 20th. Right now I have the weeklies turned off, and you can turn those on, and you can have the 9th, that's the day next, that's a weekly on the 14th, the 21st, and so forth and so on. So you can get very very short time frame if you wanted to. But I'm just going to kind of look at next week's February's or even March 16th calls here and see what it looks like. Okay, I kind of think that I want to go on out to March, because this one might take a little while to play out. One of the things I'm thinking about doing, actually, I think I might put on, we're at 261 right now, so we'll see. I might see if I can find a pullback towards the last few minutes of the day here. But look right here, right now, I think we're getting our cue. We went down and tested that 200-day moving average, and now we've gotten the crossover for the moving averages right here. We are taking out this swing high right now. We're getting good volume coming into play. It's above average. I think right now you kind of, if you bought on that 200-day moving average that I told you about, then you're up already $7 per share. So you're welcome. All right, guys, I'll be back in just a little bit. This thinking out loud.